going to start off with Colts Chiefs. And Ben, start off. What do you have to say about this game? Key factors.
All right, I think the Colts are going to come out 31-24 over the Chiefs. I know it's in Arrowhead Stadium. It's a hard place to play. But the Colts started out 1-5, terrible. Won 10 out of their last 11 games. Andrew Luck's playing at a career high at all stats. 4,500 yards, 39 touchdowns, 68% completion. Highest in his career by 8%. They beat the Cowboys 23-0, and I think the Cowboys are going to be in the NFC Championship game, but that's a topic for the next video. They have the best ranked O-line, featuring Quentin Nelson and Mark Gronkowski at both their guards. I mean, all you got to do is watch their highlights to see how good they are. Mark Gronkowski, who doesn't get as much glory as Quentin Nelson does, has only allowed 2 sacks all year. Marlon Mack played 12 games, 200 rushes for 910 yards with 10 touchdowns. That's a career high in all those stats. T.Y. Hilton as well. Eric Ebron has played 16 games, 70 receptions, 750 yards, and 13 touchdowns. Career year in all stats as well. Frank Reich, their coach, took over for Chuck Pagano after their previous 3 seasons ended up 8-8, 8-8, and 4-12. Granted, Andrew Luck was not healthy in those years, but that's just not going to get the job done. It's terrible. The Chiefs' defense, we'll start with that for their side. 31st, they can rush the passer, but with the Colts O-line, as I said, I think they're going to find a way to block D Ford and Justin Houston. And, I mean, their secondary is awful. Ron Parker and Kendall Fuller are terrible. And then the defensive coordinator, first year for the Colts, previous 7 years as the Cowboys linebacker coach, and you can see the experience with the linebacker with Darius Leonard, who's having his rookie year this year, and he's going to be an All-Pro, along as selected to the Pro Bowl. And then for the Chiefs side, wait, should he give his Colts side? We can just cut it right there.
What?
Should he give his Colts side first before I give my Chiefs side?
I mean, it's just whatever. I mean, you just spend out facts right now. And then you all are getting into a debate. And that's when shit starts flowing.
All right.
But right now, just introduce like what you have on your thoughts and what you have written down.
And we'll just cut this part.
All right, now, as I have to say, the Colts last year ranked 29th in defense. That's absolutely terrible. And this year they rank 11th. Drastic change. Completely different team. Their offensive line will absolutely just set the whole game to what it's supposed to be against the Chiefs DBs. When you have Kendall Fuller and Orlando Scandrick, Eric Berry's not even cleared to play in this game. If he doesn't play, this game's over from the start. Unless Patrick Mahomes plays perfect. No QB should have to play perfect to win a game. When they take a 31st ranked defense as a number 1 seed in the NFL, that defines greatness.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes has had a great year.
And when he's throwing 6 touchdowns against the Steelers and only winning by 5 points.
Yeah, there's a problem with that.
I mean, when in the one game he's made mistakes, he made 5 against the Rams. He lost by 3 points.
Mm-hmm. How many points did they put up? 50?
54.
54.
The Rams put up 54 and the Chiefs put up 51.
That's just, I don't know how that happens.
And the Colts' offense ranks 7th in the league, which is
And that's
good.
including their 1-5 start.
But it's not compared to the Chiefs' offense, which is completely different. I understand the Chiefs have not had a good of a start, but they're going into a very just beat down on the Raiders, 35-3.
That's terrible.
And if they can continue that, if they can just come out and start the way that they can, if they can start this game 7-0, if they can get a stop on the first drive of the
I
game,
agree.
this game is completely changed. I don't know how they will do it. They're going to have to mix up the defensive line, do some crazy stunts.
Andy Reid's going to have a genius game on both sides of the ball for sure.
It's not looking very pretty, but I could see the Chiefs winning this game 35-31. Can't pick against my Chiefs. That just couldn't happen. But
Sounds like Skip Bayless.
as much as the Chiefs defense, with no pressure, because there probably will not be a sack this whole game.
And that's their strength.
Those
so,
defensive backs are left in no man's land, and
Yeah.
we see how that's going all year.
Yeah, the Chiefs have to win this turnover battle. so bad. Whoever wins the turnover battle in this game comes out with the win. I don't think the Chiefs could possibly stop the Colts. If the Colts can control the ball and keep the ball away from Patrick Mahomes, because the Chiefs have that up-tempo, fast style offense. The Colts play more to slow down pace, keep the ball away, keep that defensive side of the ball off the field, keep their defense on the field. And if they can do that well, I just don't see a way that the Chiefs can win, even though it's an Arrowhead, and that's one of the hardest places to play, as I said.
Loudest stadium recorded ever.
Yep.
2014.
If the Chiefs have to get rolling early, they have to score in the first possession, and they don't have to get the stop on the first possession, but if they can, as you said, that changes this game 100%. Patty got to get rolling early. He has to play perfect, as you said. 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns this season. That's incredible.
It just shows that no matter how perfect he plays, the defense will always let the other team win. When
I
you throw
agree.
6 touchdowns in a game against the Steelers, your defense still barely beats the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
As it showed, the Steelers just weren't as good of a team as they could have been.
Yeah. The Steelers.
The
We'll do a topic on the Steelers.
The Colts were 4-12 last year. This is a drastic change.
Yeah. 8-8, 8-8, 4-12.
I understand they had Jacoby Brissett starting.
Yes, but still.
Completely different than Andrew Luck, but that just shows how amazing Andrew Luck is.
Yeah, I agree.
You talk about having a good start for the Chiefs, how they need a good start for this game to be able to win this game. How does Kareem Hunt make a big difference in this game, him being off the team in the run game?
It clearly shows the past 6 games that he's been gone.
Mm-hmm. They're 3-3.
They
Finished that season 3-3.
It's just like Damian Williams has played well, but you can just tell. It doesn't matter how good of a stat he puts up, like a stat line he puts up in the game.
It's not going to be Kareem Hunt.
It's not going to be Kareem Hunt because Kareem Hunt could do it all.
He
can catch the ball. He can make those runs that you would just be like, wow.
He was also one of the better blockers out of the backfield.
And you would see what he would do on a screenplay, just like a broken screenplay, he would turn it into 5-10 yards.
And he was one of those running backs that, if he gets hit 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, he can find a way to get back to the line, or 1 or 2 yards.
If you see his screenplay against the Broncos, when he
I remember
is
that.
hit, and then he spins off a defender and then carries the line, carries everyone for 10 yards. It's just...
Yeah. One of the big things for me with the Chiefs is the pressure on them. They have not won a home playoff game since 1986. That's awful. And obviously, different team, different quarterback. I understand that. But it's the pressure, as I said. Patrick Mahomes has all
the pressure in the world with his defense.
No defense, as I said.
Derek Barry not playing.
Yep.
The only decent defensive player on the team right now is Justin Houston.
Yep. And the Chiefs were second best in the red zone this year at 71.3% scoring rate. And if they can get into the red zone and score touchdowns like they have been all year, then I think they have a better chance of winning this game than I gave them credit for. But
if you just see the last games of the year, man, against the Seahawks, that's a close game, but it shouldn't be as close of a game as it was.
Yeah,
If
you give Patrick Mahomes a 15th ranked defense, they're winning the Super Bowl without a doubt.
It's just like you see that game, you just see Patrick Mahomes get stopped numerous times because he's a human being.
Yeah,
he's going to get stopped.
He can't score every single time.
When he does, you could just see that defense just getting worked time after time.
I agree.
Just getting whipped by any quarterback in the league.
Badly. Real quick, Travis Kelce, one of the elite red zone targets throughout the NFL. He has to have a big game. It's got to happen. He has to come through in the red zone for them to win. Also, Tyreek Hill, he's got to get that big play they need. The Colts play a Tampa 2-tile defense, so it's a keep everything in front of you type of defense. It stops the run well, but the big weakness on that defense is down the middle of the field because you only have 2 safeties up top. They can only guard so much.
Tyreek Hill can get in there.
If they can draw out their safeties down the sideline with verticals and then run somebody up the middle, I think Andy Reid's going to find a way to get big plays that they need. Because Andy Reid is a great coach. I'd take him on almost any team that I can think of.
And Sammy Watkins also isn't put into play either.
Yeah.
Sammy Watkins, Spencer Ware, and Eric Berry. Three
And
players.
Although Sammy Watkins might not be some amazing,
Still an amazing player.
yeah, in the red zone,
On any other team, he's
Yeah.
a great player.
and on the red zone, in the red zone, my bad. He, at the very least, takes away from Travis Kelce. Like,
They have more
teams
to
have to
worry.
focus
They
on
have
him.
more to worry.
Yeah, because he's so big. So Travis Kelce and him are now both on the field, but obviously, as you said, he's out. So, the Chiefs, they got to find ways to create pressure. They cannot let Andrew Luck sit in that backfield and scorch
The defense
Scandrick,
will just be-
Kendall Fuller, and Ron Parker. They can't let it happen. And for the Colts, don't let Mahomes get comfortable. Blitz him, do what y'all need to do, but Patrick Mahomes is the key to this game for both teams. Stopping him and getting started with him. So,
It doesn't matter.
so my conclusion, I have the Colts winning 31-24 in a very close game. I think the Chiefs will have it at the end, but I think the Colts, Frank Reich, I think they're going to find a way to pull it out in Arrowhead. And they're my pick to go to the Super Bowl as well.
I just don't see the Colts really stopping him. As much as good
I
as the
see what you're
defense has
saying
been,
for sure. I
as
see
good
what
as
you're
the
saying.
defense has been, they've never faced something like this.
Yeah,
In their
I
division.
mean,
In their division, they faced Deshaun Watson, Blake Bortles twice, and then Marcus Mariota, who was hurt
Most of the year.
Both the times they
Yeah.
played this year, he was hurt.
So,
They played Blaine Gabbert. So that's eight
yeah,
of
Blaine
their,
Gabbert's
that's
terrible.
8 of their games right
Yeah.
there.
That's like Tom Brady playing against Ryan Tannehill, Sam Darnold, like Nathan Peterman. But that's a topic for another video. I'm not going to get straight away on that.
I was about to say, you gotta chill out. We're on the game previews right now. We're talking about Tom Brady's legacy.